Good Friday afternoon. Welcome aboard our Friday market wrap-up at Top Gun Options, folks. I'm Wiz, Matthew Buckley, and what a great week. Incredible week of trading and training here at Top Gun Options. What a great day today, too. I just got back from the podcast studio, Max Afterburner, episode 71. It'll drop on Tuesday with my brother from another mother, Daniel Carcillo. What an incredible human being. Obviously, if you're a hockey fan, two-time Stanley Cup champ from the world-famous Chicago Blackhawks. But more importantly, incredible, he's a great husband, incredible dad, entrepreneur, and healer. He is putting down the ladder to help save and change the lives of his fellow human beings. Speaking of saving and changing the lives of your fellow human beings, look at this headline, man. Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, criminal druggie. Jordan Belfort. Illegal psychedelic cured my addiction and opiate cravings. Now, Jordan went to, it's called Beyond, down in Mexico. I know the folks from Beyond, incredible human beings, a beautiful retreat center. what did I tell you? I'm telling you, man, I wasn't addicted to opiates. When I got back, I couldn't even look at alcohol. Now I'm back a couple years later. I'm back to, I can have a glass of wine or two with my steak now. But old me, a glass of wine meant 2 bottles. Now, it's destroyed, folks. I'm telling you, these are potentially life-saving and changing. But I love jumping on the air today or leaving the podcast studio with Daniel. I saw this, news headline. I'm like, look at that, man. We'll get into more of that. But what an incredible week, folks. Full Throttle training. If you are a member of Full Throttle or Max Afterburner or the Hunters Group or Solo Amazon, and you obviously took the upgrade to get the Full Throttle training, get in here. If you missed anything this week, you have got to get in here and get up to speed, ladies and gentlemen, especially on the treads that we posted this week. What does that mean? A trade. When you place a trade, what do you want from that trade? I want to make money. Duh. How about when you place a hedge? A hedge, it's okay if it loses money. Wait a minute, I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, you do. A hedge is your ejection seat, right? I never went flying in the Hornet and told the chief, hey, chief, pull the ejection seat out. Why, sir? Because I'm awesome, and I'm not going to die today. That would have been the day I died, right? So a trade is a trade that I put on that I'm pretty damn sure is going to make money and also serves to protect my long-term bullish positions in my accounts. I have Amazon and psychedelics as my long-term bullish position. So this week, folks, we put on trades that are going to print money when, not if, when we have the September-October shit show that's coming. Look at this. S&P 500, here was your 2-month tech rally. Yay, everything's great. Nothing can go down. I said, August 1st, we're going to implode. We predicted last year, watch the recordings, end of last year, beginning of this year, I said, we'll have a mid-year June turnaround. Boom. To the day, ladies and gentlemen, 2-month rip your face off rally. Then I said, that's it, implosion. We imploded through the 50-day, up to it, failed, up through it, back through it. Look at this. Today we kissed it. A little bit of a periscope up there, up to the 50-day moving average, and we failed. Look down here, folks. A little bit of a MACD crossing. We might have a lookout below. What's today? September 8th. Folks, we have, you ready for this? Of course, they work bankers hours, but I think we have 9 legislative days left. Congress, the Senate, Mumbles McShitty Pants and Kamala the quota hire, has about 9 legislative days to fund the United States government. If that don't happen by September 30th, all sorts of stuff happens. The market most likely will implode and volatility will explode. Guess what? This week, folks, we talked about that and we put on a couple treads. We put on double verticals, bearish. We put a bearish double vertical on the S&P 500 and we put on a bullish double vertical with volatility, right? Let's go take a look at the VIX. The VIX has been dead. Zed's dead, baby. Look at the VIX. Let's go year to date. Look at this. We're below our resting heart rate, right? Look at this. In the blink of an eye, between now and the end of the month, folks, I think we're going to have a market implosion and a volatility explosion. So both of these trades that we covered this week will print money in that case. Again, if you're a member, underneath memberships, go on over here to Full Throttle and watch the replays this weekend. Sit on the couch, watch some good college football, watch Coach Prime beat up on Nebraska, whatever you need to do, get up to speed, folks, because we did some great full throttle training this week. I'm glad we did it this way, too. So I think this is what we're going to do going forward. Maybe once a quarter, I'm just going to knock out 8 in a row during the trading day instead of the night things that I was doing in the past. I liked this. We only have one more left. Full throttle session 8 will be Monday, and it is going to be iron condors, which is a range-bound trade. So double verticals need movement. We want violent movement with a double vertical. We want movement, but staying on the football field with an iron condor. So we're going to do that next week. Hey, next week also, Wednesday, September 13th at 6:30 Eastern Standard, we're going to do a retirement brief. go.topgunoptions.com/accelerate-registration. This is the registration page for the Accelerate Your Retirement Portfolio. And this slide, or this welcome page is wrong. Look at this. How we made 47% year-to-date on our returns in our retirement portfolio. Sorry about that. As of today, baby, look at this. This is one of my individual brokerage accounts where I place the majority of my Accelerate Retirement trades, 50%. Look at my retirement account, 50%, versus the Russell, 8, the Dow, 5, the S&P, a respectable 17, the NASDAQ, the tech-heavy NASDAQ, it's been crushing it year-to-date, folks. It's up 33%. The Wiz portfolio is destroying all of them. And look at this. Look at when it's really taken off. Look at this. September. Where is it? Get out of the way. September. Look at this. Boom. Look at this last month where I've blown away the competition. Why? Look at what we're doing. Look at this stuff here. I love making money. So as you can see, when the market starts imploding, I make even more money, right? I love being an options trader because we can make money potentially no matter if the market's going up, down, or sideways. Well, to be honest with you, I prefer down. Down increases volatility. Down is a hurricane coming. And when a hurricane's coming, I love being the insurance company, right? Anybody can make money in hey, I'm a genius. The market's going straight up. And then boom, everybody panics and runs. And I clean up. I love this. So if you want to join me on Wednesday night, I'll update this slide to say over 50% year. Could you imagine? Let me get a show of hands virtually. If you'd love to be up 50% year to date in your retirement portfolio. I am. Join me and you can figure out how you can be as well. go.topgunoptions.com/accelerate-registration. What else to report here? I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence, folks. I have got to tell you, I told you this was going to happen. For the past couple years, Jim Cramer, don't trade Apple, own it. People are like, just buy and hold Apple. I've said the exact opposite. Do not own Apple, but trade it. What happened this week? China woke up out of the blue. We are at war with China. It's not a hot war. It's a cold war. But I was going to say just out of the blue. They ain't out of the blue. They know we're at war with the U.S. We're just ignorant. But anyway, here's what I'm getting at. We woke up out of the blue, and what happened? Breaking news, China bans the iPhone for government officials. Whoa. Last time I checked, there's a quadrillion Chinamen and that work in the government. Wow. Then what happened the next day? The iPhone ban actually grew, ladies and gentlemen, not just to government employees, but a plethora of state-owned enterprises and other government-controlled organizations. State-owned enterprise and government-controlled organizations sounds like everything in China. Wow. I warned you this was going to happen. How did I know? Folks, at the height of the trade war, love or hate Donald Trump, he was beating the shit out of the Chinese in the trade war. They had a press conference that said, the list of companies that we will throw out of this country if this trade war gets worse, Apple. That is all. What happened? Tim Cook physically, literally grabbed a set of knee pads and crawled into the White House and had lunch with Donald Trump and begged him not to fire another round of tariffs. What did Trump do? He acted like Mussolini. He came out and said, you know what? I don't want to be Scrooge. Nobody does Scrooge better than me, but I'm not going to do it. I want to Merry Christmas, so I'm not going to. And then China did, so I forget what happened, and he ended up blasting the next round. But folks, the Chinese government publicly said Hey, man, if things get ugly between our countries, Apple's gone, Nike's gone, Tesla's gone. This is the first shot fired. Or not the first shot, another shot fired, folks. This is a big deal. Okay? I have told you for years that whether it's that nerd LeBron James, can't stand that dude. LeBron James, the NBA, Nike, Apple, they're going to have to choose. The day will come for all these companies when, not if, they invade China invades Taiwan, either by no shit invasion or softer invasion. Look at what happened when Ukraine was invaded by Russia. McDonald's, Starbucks, all these companies pulled out of Russia and sanctions. Are they prepared? Is Apple, Nike, Tesla, LeBron ready to pull out of China? Because it's going to happen, folks. Under Barack Hussein Obama, remember that bullshit? We're going to get out of Iraq and pivot to Asia because that's where the threat is. They got out of Iraq and sat right here and spent the quote savings from the defense industry on Obama phones. We didn't pivot to Asia because you know what was going on in the Pacific? Chinese boats full of dirt went to atolls or islands and built runways, and they're essentially made a bunch of aircraft carriers or fixed air bases in the middle of the Pacific. I'm telling you, folks, this is going to get worse. So Apple, I think, had a little bounce today, but ladies and gentlemen, look out below. And don't give me any of this bullshit because a couple people are like, yeah, but over the previous years, they've moved their supply chain to Vietnam. Bullshit. Foxconn, 99.9% of iPhone production is in China. They paid lip service to the whole, we're gonna diversify and go to another country. They didn't. So look at this massive rip your face off rally this year in Apple. This Apple has a lot to fall. I'm warning you to pound this thing into the dirt. Also, Nvidia this week. Jim Cramer and a lot of other people are like, AI. Guess what happened? AI, the air is starting to come out of the AI bubble. I would get ready to pound Nvidia into the dirt as well. Look at this. This is insane. The chat GPT use has dropped off like 50% in a month. It's a glorified, I still don't get it, folks. Again, I don't trade things I don't get. I called crypto and nailed it. I called NFTs and nailed it. I called the metaverse and nailed it. What else? Threads. Folks, I nail the bullshit. AI currently is bullshit. A glorified search engine that's having people lose their jobs. I don't get it, right? But each time I haven't gotten something, somebody on the other side says, it gives me a good explanation, right? You don't get NFTs, Wiz, because you just don't get it. Okay, that guy paid $2.5 million for a JPEG, a picture of an ape. Yeah, you just don't get it. Okay, it's worth $10 now. I do get it. I wish I could have shorted that picture. Bitcoin, right? Or crypto. It's the government doesn't track it and it's peer-to-peer and you don't pay taxes on it. I'm like, whoa, what did you just say? The government doesn't know about it. You don't pay taxes on it. And all the bullshit reasons. I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and pat myself on the back too much longer. But folks, I nail this type of stuff and we print money off of it. This is not hard, man. Just use your thinking brain. But like I said, and other for Apple, Huawei releases their own high-speed phone in China. If you're in China and you got a choice between the subversive iPhone or the Huawei, so they're in a lot of trouble, folks. So the air is really coming out of the tech balloon. We've already talked about that. Oil soared this week to new highs after the Saudis and the Russians did what? Hey, surprise, production cut. Guess what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? They're already starting to prep the battlefield for, well, Trump wants the Ukraine war over, so Putin's going to get him elected. And the Saudis want Trump, so they're going to interfere with our, get ready for it, folks. So anyway, went a little too long in my Friday market wrap-up rant. Investors head into fall with jitters after summer rally. I love the word jitters. We are going to print money on everybody else's jitters. But anyway, good stuff. I could keep going, but I'm not going to because my daughter's got a football game tonight that I got to get to. go.topgunoptions.com/accelerate-registration. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm kind of sushiing up the portfolios. There are some people who are like, dude, I just want to trade weekly options. All right, well, you can just have access to the weekly option service instead of getting a big membership. Same thing with this. People are like, dude, I just want access to your retirement portfolio, which is up over 50% year to date. This is wrong. That is right. 50.4% as of, what time is it? The closing bell right there. If you can make 50% in your retirement, folks, account every year, you're crushing it. And I am crushing it. So join me this Wednesday, September 13th at 6:30 for this free brief, and I'll show you how you can get access to my retirement portfolio. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy Coach Prime, man. He better beat Nebraska. My boy Jack is going to the Stampede tonight and then going to the game tomorrow. It's sold out. Folsom Field in Boulder is sold out. 50,000. They were 1-11 last year, folks. And tickets were like, they were leaving them on people's cars to go, and now you can't even get into the game. But fortunately, my beautiful bride's uncle is the chancellor of CU Boulder, Phil DeStefano, so it helps to have family. All right, guys, I got to go. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste and Basi Basi. I'll see you Monday.